Hi everybody, thanks for joining me again today on my channel. Today I am joining in with Shannon Adler from She's Crafty for her 6x6 class that she's doing. This is going to be a 10-week class, and what we are doing is taking one 6x6 paper pad and two 12x12 pieces of paper for your background and making two layouts out of it, and this will be spread out over 10 weeks time. So the first one I am making, I am using Paige Evans. I'm using part of the Pick Me Up, part of Turn the Page, part of Whimsical, and part of Take Me Away. So I grabbed a bunch of different things out of my stash. Now, the sketch that we're using is one that Shannon provided for us, and if you want to play along, I believe she will have one linked. She's talking about doing a Facebook group. I haven't seen it yet, so if I do, I will make sure to get that link down in my description box. I'm not sure if she was just talking about it or if it's actually being done, but if not, I will make sure that there is a copy of my sketch up on probably I'll link it on Facebook, and there's one at the beginning of the video as well. So I am just taking two pictures that were from a crop that I went to back in 2015. Now I did cut them down just a little bit because these are 4x6 pictures, and in order for them to fit on the 6x6 paper pad, you had to kind of cut it down just a little bit. Now with the Take Me Away paper pad from Pink Paisley, it didn't have any duplicate papers. So my matting that I had to do, I had to pick coordinating colors. So you're going to see that I am going to challenge myself a little bit because I don't have doubles of some of these pages in the paper pad. When I'm working these kind of sketches that are showing layering, especially when I'm using a paper pad, a 6x6, I start at the pictures and work my way down looking at the layers. And I did stick pretty close to the sketch that Shannon provided us. And so I did have to make a couple different adjustments, but for the most part, the different layers that we're showing in the sketch is what I'm going to do on my layout itself. I think the next piece of paper that I add, I didn't like how there was nothing up above on the upper right hand corner, so I added an extra piece of paper that wasn't in the sketch. So now that I have my layers done, the next thing that I'm going to do is mimic the circular stitching that was on the sketch. You could do this by putting another pattern piece of paper. You could use a doily. You could use your sewing machine. In my case, I just grabbed my Creative Memories circle cutter and used my pen. I'm just using a Pilot G2, and I just made the little dash lines going around it to mimic that stitching. Once I have it done, I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Now the nice thing about this layout is I did break into a lot of the whimsical chipboard stickers that I hadn't used in a while, and I even broke out some of my punches that I'm trying to give them a little bit more love this year because I have in the past kind of neglected them. And so I'm using the it's just a tab punch. I believe it's from EK Success, and then you'll see that I will grab a scale up punch that is I got from Stampin' Up years ago. So I'm just again grabbing some of the different colors. Now I did want to use this chipboard that says Love This Life, but it needed to be on something, so I just grabbed one of the scraps that I had made and then made my own tag. I didn't bother to notch the corners because sometimes that doesn't always turn out, so I just squared it off, poked a hole in it. Off camera I'll go ahead and add some string to it. I just didn't have any with me while I was creating. Now my title is going to be Play and Create, and I'm just going to use the ampersand. I found scissors that were on there, a ruler, and I'm just grabbing things that we would use when we're scrapbooking. So a jar of crayons and a pencil and a paintbrush, scissors, and then in the bottom right hand corner I have the Happy Life, and then there's just a circular element that says you never know who you are about to be, who you are about to inspire. And I think that's true for this hobby that we have. We try and share techniques and the love of this hobby either through YouTube, through Instagram, through Facebook, or even when I'm at crops, we'll go around and try and give tips to the people that I hang out with. Now, this was just a nice, fun weekend. It was a January weekend, and there's more to the story because while we were there, it was actually Super Bowl weekend, and we ended up getting a huge snowstorm, and we almost didn't get out of the facility. So some of us were laughing that we had enough food there and enough craft supplies that we may have had to spend an extra night, and we were all, would have been just sad about that, but I did my little journaling down in the lower left-hand corner, and again, I will make, probably with the next sketch, a companion page to talk about the snow. I want to thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video today. Please make sure to check out everyone else who is playing along in this hop, and we'll see you again next weekend with another layout.